Welcome to Adventures on a Dad Bike. About 3 weeks ago, I went on my last tour of the season. It was a warm mid-October weekend, no rain in the forecast. Everything was going to be great. And it was good. But day two, it rained. And it rained, and it rained. So I wasn't really prepared. I had a rain poncho for my upper body that sort of worked, but I got pretty wet. And some of my gear got pretty wet too. So I'm going to show you what worked, what didn't, and how I'm going to waterproof the gear that didn't. Well, the original forecast didn't call for rain except overnight last night. Wrong. I'm pretty wet. My handlebar bag. Axiom Ocean Weave, supposedly waterproof material. I believe it is. However, the zippers are not waterproof zippers. They just have these flaps over to hopefully keep out the water, and I think they would work when the water's coming down here and coming down here. However, along the top, same system, flap here, but when it's sitting on my bike, it's sat flat like that. And I think the water just pooled on here, got in under the zipper, and this got everything pretty wet. So I believe the material is good. However, the design kind of defeats the purpose. Should have had waterproof zippers, probably not the top, maybe along the back, the side if they want, from the bike side access, but big fail. Don't recommend it. I'm going to do something new for my handlebar pack, because this carries my cameras, my camera batteries, some warm weather clothes, things like that. I don't want anything in here to get wet. So this was a fail. This is my stem bag for my phone. It failed, but it's not advertised as waterproof. It doesn't have waterproof zippers. Fabric isn't waterproof. It was a cheap Amazon thing. Everything in here got soaked, except my phone. My phone was under this plastic cover up in its own little compartment, and it stayed dry, fortunately. This is my dirt bags saddle pack. It's advertised as water resistant, and it actually worked pretty well. It leaked a little bit. Some of my clothes got a couple spots of water on them, but it was nothing major. It does have a nice roll top, so you can seal that. I think probably some of the seepage got in around the seams. So today I'm going to seal these up, and I'm going to show you how I do that. And I have 3 of these. These are re-strapped. They're 8-liter dry bags. I kept 2 on my fork and 1 on my handlebar, which had my sleeping bag in it. These are brilliant. I didn't have any water seepage in these at all. No leakage at all. They're reasonably priced. UK company, re-strap. Highly recommend them. So this is what I'm going to use. There's several videos on YouTube about how to do this. Pretty straightforward. Odor-free mineral spirits, clear silicone caulking, tin can to mix it in, some stir sticks, and some dollar store brushes so I can throw them away afterwards. So the mixture is pretty simple. It's half and half. So I'm just going to eyeball it. Some mineral spirits in. See if we can get enough in here to give this a good attempt. Otherwise I'll just cut open the caulking tube. All right. Yeah, definitely time for a new caulking gun. All right. Yeah, I got not a lot in here, but it's just for a test on this piece first. Let's see if that works. I don't know if my thing's even in focus there. Anyway, it's about the consistency of kind of wet peanut butter. And here we have it. It's a little easier if you mix it up with a brush, actually. That stir stick wasn't the best. But anyway, I'm going to give it a try. Put it on. Okay, so that's done. Just going to let that dry. So I'm done. It's all covered. This is completely coated. I did the seams really well. It seems to work pretty well. It's got a little bit of a, you can feel the silicone on there now, but I think it'll be fine. It left a little bit of marking, but I think with some wear, that'll just work in or whatever, but I don't really care. I'm going to give it a test now in under water. I've put a towel in here, wrapped it in paper towel, so it'll be pretty easy to see if it leaks. I'm going to give it good soaking in the sink. Same thing with this, my stem bag, phone bag. I don't expect much from this because the zipper isn't waterproof, but I gave it a good coating too. Paper towel inside as well. And I also did my sort of half frame bag. This isn't advertised as waterproof, just water resistant, but it's got the waterproof zippers. And on my ride, I didn't find the stuff in here got really wet. There's a couple little spots, but nothing major. So I gave it a good coating too, and we'll see how it goes. Yeah, it's beating off here really well. Good vigorous run. Move it around, flip it upside down like it's going to get from real world use. Underside from the spray of the wheel. Yeah, it's beating off still really nicely, and I've been running this for about 15 minutes now. Yeah, let's see how this works. No expectations for this one though. Alright, now the reveal. I gave this a good soak, let it sit for a while. Soaked it again. And the paper towel is wet. So yeah, it's the zippers for sure on this. I think, hard to tell where it came in. But if you look in here, if you can see in there, probably not. The water is up around the edge here, so I think it did come in around the zipper or the zipper seam. It's hard to tell. The phone area is dry on the inside. Oh, it's got a little condensation in there, so yeah, that was a fail for sure, as expected. All right, this is the bag I really want to succeed. This gets a lot of moisture. It looks like it's still beaded off really well. It does gather in here. I noticed when I picked it up, it was pouring out of there, so that could be a fail point, perhaps by rolling it the other way. But it's not too bad there. The moment of truth. Oh yeah. That's wet. And that's wet at the end. That is dripping wet. Yep, that was a fail too. Okay, so how's the other end? Yep, that's a fail too. Okay, so these water resistant bags are not waterproof. It's better down at this end. Definitely failed here. I'm thinking I'm going to roll it the other way and see how that works, but I'll give that another test. I'll let this dry out first, but that's disappointing because I really wanted this one to work. This is where my clothes go. So I'm going to have to put my clothes in a dry bag in this, I guess. That's the solution for now. Next bag, this one, again, soaked quite a while. Let it sit, soaked it again. And now, the reveal. This side is soaked. So when this was under my top tube, I think it was fairly protected by the top tube and by my body. But full on hit, nope, major fail. Completely soaked. Oddly, this side is completely dry, so, that's curious. This side's dry, this side is completely wet. Well, yeah, it's really wet. So, fail. Oh well. Even though the results of this test are kind of disappointing, definite thumbs down to the Silicone Mineral Spirits sealant. Didn't work too well. I don't know. I really don't know what I'm going to do next. Probably put all my stuff that I care about in dry bags, but or get some real waterproof bags. But if you like this video, you want to see more, give me that thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and thanks for watching.